Hello everyone, my name is Joseph Tim. I'm the founder of Young People Connect and welcome to my YouTube channel. I've been creating a lot of videos and this is actually my first attempt to make it like an official YouTube video. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm super excited and it's been a while after the Connect conference, so I've been having some rest and trying to just recalibrate and take care of myself, and here I am today. I'm back, right? So thank you so much for connecting. Thank you for subscribing. Today I'll be talking about mentorship. So a lot of people have been asking questions about mentorship, how they could have access to quality mentorship, and today I'm here to really talk about mentorship. And if you have thoughts to share, if you have questions, you could just leave it in the comment and I'll be happy to provide further explanations and also share my thoughts in subsequent videos. So thank you so much again for watching this video. Mentorship is simply the guidance that we receive from somebody that is a mentor or somebody that has an experience in a particular niche or industry that we want to plug into, we want to have access to, we want to access some opportunities that are already available in that industry. So anybody that has access to the knowledge, to the experience, to the exposure, to the network of people that we want to learn from, I think that could be somebody that we can refer to as a mentor. But then a lot of people don't get to know how they can have access to quality mentorship. But then the first thing I want to say today is, for you to have access to a quality mentor, you need to first of all become a quality person yourself. Yeah, because these guys are busy. The people we want to connect with, the people we want to learn from, they're very, very busy. So for us to have a chance with them, it means that we must first of all be interested in them enough to know how they operate, to know how they work, how they think, because you can't just connect with somebody that you're not familiar with. You can't just connect with somebody that you don't know a lot about. So one of the first things we want to do is having the genuine interest to actually connect with these people and loving them enough to stay true to the process, because mentorship, the journey can be really, really difficult. You need to have some level of patience to learn from some people. Well, there are a lot of benefit that comes with mentorship, and number one is the knowledge we get to extract from these people. They have the experience already and they have some level of knowledge to share. So I think that's one of the first benefits of having a mentor in our lives. You get to learn a lot from them, their wealth of experience, their knowledge, they get to share with us. So I believe that's one of the benefits of mentorship. We tend to have access to, the knowledge, the network of people, and for a lot of people, I think we need to really understand how mentorship works. So mentorship is not just because you think or you believe that you're a quality person, you just think that, okay, you have express access to these people, but I think we need to learn how to connect with these people. It's something that everybody needs to learn, how to connect, what is their preferred channel, what's their preferred model, what's their preferred method, how do they want to interact with us. Internet has made it very easy, and social media and all those platforms, that made it very easy for people to think that because you can send a DM that you are connected. And sometimes you get to attend events, people get to exchange contacts, and because you have these contacts you think that I have a relationship. But then having somebody's contact is not having access. So what do I mean by having access? How you go into somebody's house and there is the sitting room, but you immediately want to have access to the bedroom. That's not how it works. You need to have some level of relationship for them to permit that level of access. We need to be patient with the process, the journey, and ask ourselves, what is the cost of this level of access I want for myself, for my business, for the industry I want to hack into? Because sometimes the cost may be things we don't pay attention to. And for most of it, sometimes it's not even our money. It is your ability to support. So are you able to support these people? Do you know exactly what they want? What is in it for them? There is this acronym, they call it the YIIFM framework. So it means what is in it for me. So whenever you want to build a relationship, take mentorship as a relationship. Whenever you want to build a relationship, ask yourself, what is in it for me? And don't try to be selfish, right? So ask yourself this genuine question, what is in it for them? So most times we're selfish for ourselves, you know exactly what you want from this relationship, but you never ask yourself, what do they want? What's in it for them? So we just keep chasing people and, pushing in notifications and messages, and we don't get to ask ourselves this question: why am I ignored? So I believe when we ask ourselves this question, this person I want to connect with, what exactly do they want? How can I offer support? How can I be of help? What can I do to help them push their own agenda? Because the truth is, everybody has what they are chasing. The mentor you want to have access to, somebody you want to learn from, there's something in front of them that they're also trying to chase, right? So one of the things you want to ask yourself is, how can I support? Sometimes the universe may just decide to smile on you when you intentionally and genuinely try to support somebody. You need to understand that the people you are chasing themselves, they're also chasing someone else. They're also chasing an opportunity. There is something they need. So you need to pay attention to ask this question: what exactly do they need? I think when we ask those kind of questions, it will be easier for us to genuinely connect and learn from people we call mentors and our potential mentors, basically. I believe that mentorship is a gift. Mentorship is a responsibility. Mentorship is a process, it's a journey. Mentorship is sacred. It is some level of work. So nobody is busy looking for a new mentee to adopt. It's a lot of work. A prodigy, the level of work, like all those things, it's like taking a new job, having a new responsibility, having a new child, having a new project. Mentorship is basically a new project. Like, you're trying to raise a new generation, you're trying to raise a new person, a new breed, you're trying to raise somebody else, and it's a big deal, right? So when we understand that this is work, I think our approach to reaching out to people for mentorship would change, because for a lot of these guys, I think they are really, really busy, and they've made their experiences available to the public in some certain ways. Their knowledge sharing mechanisms, they've tried to make it very easy for themselves to focus on other things. So they try to, at least for the most, they try to write books, they try to publish articles, they try to make a video like this, they try to create a lot of content, because they're just trying to share themselves with the world. So when you try to ask yourself this question, I really want to connect with this person, one of the things you want to ask yourself is, the content they've made available, have you been able to consume? Have you read their books? Have you read their articles, their publications? Have you watched their videos? I remember the first time I got to hear about Vusi Tembakwayo on YouTube. One of the things I did then was to go on Instagram. I downloaded all the videos I could find of Vusi Tembakwayo on his page. I downloaded all, and I had a folder on my laptop where I called Vusi Tembakwayo. And for me, that was because he was in another continent, or he was in another country, so I could not really have the immediate access to him one-on-one. So I had to look for his content, the materials I could learn from. I subscribed to his YouTube. I was feeding from what he has put out freely, because for me, I really wanted to learn from him. So when you try to say, okay, you want to connect with somebody, ask yourself, are there already free content you can consume immediately? Which material have you been able to consume? Even John Obidi, I think I remember when I first got to learn about John Obidi, I've said this to him severally. The first time I got to learn about him, I think that was in 2017. One of the things I did was I created a folder on my phone, and the name was John Obidi. So for me, I was trying to learn his level of thought, how he was able to write his thought down, his storytelling abilities. Like, how does he do it that his posts are always very compelling? And one of the things I tried to do then was to, like, every post he makes on Facebook, I tried to just copy, right? So just in case he chooses to come later and delete it, I copy first, I post it on my notes, and I tried to read and read and read. And one of the things I was trying to do then was to understand how he thinks. How did he come about this? Why did he choose to use this particular phrase? Why this particular word? Why this story? Why this principle? And I was trying to understand his mentality, him being audacious. Like, how does he do it? Through words. And over time, I have been learning, studying, and just, staying at the other side where I could just learn from him. So I believe that if we could adopt this approach and, be in an environment where we are constantly being exposed to some level of knowledge, some level of new experiences, some thought-provoking concepts, we are given the chance to also think. Like, there's just what is happening when we're exposed to some level of thinking, mindset is being transferred, thoughts are being shared, and all those things. I think when we are being exposed to that, there's a lot that is happening that we don't pay attention to, knowledge transfer. So I think that one of the things we need to also pay attention to is our ability to learning how to learn, because there's just a lot of things going on that if we keep seeking that direct mentorship, I don't know when that will happen, but you don't want to delay your own process because you are waiting for that particular way you want to learn from somebody, the direct approach. So there's just a lot of content out there, some media transfers, and I believe that if we pay attention to these things, we can easily learn from anybody in the world, because the internet has made it very easy for us to connect. But then, we need to choose to actually genuinely connect, because the information we're looking out for, they've been made freely available. That is the first method to learn from somebody on the internet. And again, there's another level of learning. You could actually choose to pay the price, right? Some people have actually made it easy. They have their one-on-one mentorship platforms, groups, they have master classes, they have things that you could pay value for, you could pay money for, and they could give you a chance to learn from them. So I think we should also pay attention to those kind of opportunities, paid opportunities to learn from these people. I understand that there are free opportunities out there. You could read posts, you could download content, you could read their thoughts, but that's not enough. There's some level of wisdom you can never find on YouTube. You can't Google it. You can't just read it on a post, right? You have to pay the price to actually connect with these people, because they don't share these things for free. So when you want to have this level of access, right, you must ask yourself, what is the cost, right? Because these guys you want to connect with, they're always putting out opportunities like that for people to learn from them. So whoever you think you want to connect with, or is already at a preferred destination, ask yourself this question: are there programs, are there trainings that they've made available for a fee? So if we pay attention to that, I think we can have access to mentorship. Because some of these guys, it is when you pay that money, that you can have the real access to them. They can choose to connect with you. But then some people will say, I don't have the money. Yeah, maybe that's why you're still at the level that you are. That's just a joke. But I think that we should not always excuse our inability to pay money, to exchange value for money, for what we want. Because if it's really important to you, you can't be sick and you're saying that you don't have money for drugs. It means you're not really sick. Because if you're really sick, there is always a way to go about it. So the person you want to learn from that has a price tag on the experience you want to get, ask yourself, where can I get the funds to actually unlock this level of opportunity? Because it's really important to you, your next level, the things you need. This is just the token you need to pay. So I believe that if we can just pay the cost, pay the price, it will be easier for us to change our life and unlock our new level, because every level of relationship we are seeking, there is always a price to pay. Remember, you can't just go into somebody's sitting room and you want to go into their bedroom. Have you paid the cost? Do you have the level of relationship to permit that? You don't. So finally, keep learning. Try to always evolve. Ask yourself, what is new? What is out there? What can I learn? What new book can I read? Because then the more knowledge you have access to, the more of quality interactions you can have with people, the more they want to converse with you, the more they even want to learn from you. And like I said earlier, when you become a quality person, you get to have access to quality mentorship. I hope this was helpful. Was this interesting? Was it educating? Please let me know in the comment if there are things you want me to share more light on, you want me to expand on, and I'll be happy to do that in the next episode. Please like, subscribe, turn on your notification, and I'll be bringing you some really interesting content in subsequent episodes. So see you in the next video.